Hello everybody and welcome back to the Toll Booth. This is Michael and of course I'm playing some FIFA 16 back in the Women's International Cup, playing as the manager of the United States Women's National Team. Just a quick heads up as to how we're doing. We have 6 points. England and Mexico are sitting on 3 points and Sweden is at the bottom of the group with nothing. So basically, because of goal differential and all of that, I can win this game and we move on. I can tie this game and we still move on. I can lose this game by 1 goal, just 1 goal, and I will still, I think, I hope, I will still be moving on, even if we lose by just 1 goal. If we lose by 2 goals, then we need Mexico to not win, and nothing is guaranteed. And they are playing Sweden, who are on the bottom. So there's a chance that if I lose by more than 2 goals, I might not move on, which is not what we wanted. Lauren Holiday will take a nice, long shot there. And we got a corner from it, so I guess that wasn't too bad. The goalies come out so much on corners. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh. Sydney, not quite quick enough. Well, I did choose to not start Abby Wambach and Alex Morgan and some of the other women that have started, but in the first 2 matches. But I figured this was a match where I didn't need to quite go all out, and I could rest some of my players for the upcoming matches, because I'm kind of assuming that I won't lose by more than 2 goals. But they are on the bench just in case I need to go into panic mode. In this video, nice interception by Tobin Heath. In this video I'm going to be talking about New Year's resolutions, specifically why I don't do New Year's resolutions anymore. I was the kind of person that I would always have a little bit of a New Year's resolution, but I would never really tell anyone about it. I would just kind of keep it to myself, and I thought that would help me change things, but it never did because I was never accountable. Oh, what a goal! Was that? No, it wasn't Carly Lloyd because I took her out. What? I thought I took out. Oh, I took out Morgan Bryan. All right, nice job, Carly Lloyd. She has scored in every single game so far, all 3 of them. But that was a good finish with her left foot. Was she my captain? Well, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, back to the point. I don't do New Year's resolutions anymore. I never used to tell anyone about my New Year's resolutions, and maybe that was why I didn't really stick to any of them for more than a week. Carly Lloyd with another... Oh, man. Okay. And yes, so now I don't do New Year's resolutions, mainly because of my last New Year's resolution, which I knew was never going to happen in the first place, but I kind of wanted to make a change in my life. My last New Year's resolution was 2 years ago. It was at the beginning of 2014, I guess, I think. Yes, it was at the beginning of 2014. I decided, whoop, I didn't see that person there. I decided that I wanted to floss every single day because I was sick of going to the dentist and hearing, "Oh, you haven't been flossing." Because let's be real, does anyone floss every single day? I feel like 80% of America doesn't floss every single day. I can't be in the minority here. 80% might be a little high, but I still can't be in the minority. So I wanted to floss every single day, and that worked pretty well for about 4 days. I did floss every single night before I went to bed, and then I just kind of started forgetting because it wasn't a habit yet. It wasn't part of my typical routine. So I didn't so I didn't floss every single day. I flossed. Oh, I think she was offside. Oh, yep, she was. All right. I flossed every single day for about 4 days, and then after that, I forgot a little bit, and I think I probably did every other day or every 3 days for maybe a week and a half, and then classes started. Because I was a university student, still am, almost graduated, but I just I would do homework all night. I would sit there at my desk until pretty late at night working on homework, and when you get done with homework, I know a lot of university students can relate to this. When you get done with homework, the first thing you want to do is either eat or go to bed. And I was always on the camp that I wanted to go to bed, and flossing was probably one of the last things that I wanted to do at midnight when I got done studying. So I just did it. I I didn't floss, and so yeah, I failed my New Year's resolution. But I knew from the beginning that it was never going to take off. It was never going to be something that I did on a regular basis. But I wanted to like kind of see what it would feel like having that habit, and I think that that's a good thing. But like I said, I don't do oh goodness, I don't do New Year's resolutions anymore, mainly because I know that what I don't do right now is probably it would be hard for me to put that into my routine. By the way, it's 1-0 at halftime. Again, Carly Lloyd, the goal scorer for the United States. What would we do without Carly? Well, we'd probably just have someone else score, in all honesty. But, oh, wow, she got high off the ground. Good start, and Mexico is tied with Sweden, so as it stands now, I would move on anyway, but if I lost by 2 goals, I would still move on. Let's just hope England don't score 3. Oh, it brought on an extra striker, so they might be getting desperate. So, yeah, I have a couple of problems with New Year's resolutions, which is why I don't do them anymore. Firstly, there's kind of a social stigma, I believe, around New Year's resolutions, because if anyone were to ask you what's your New Year's resolution, or if you were to say my New Year's resolutions are dot dot dot, people would probably look at you and be like, "Oh, you're not gonna do that." They wouldn't expect you to do whatever it is after maybe a month. Maybe by the time January ends, they would expect you to be done with it. And I think that's kind of silly, because New Year's resolutions typically are about bettering yourself, and a lot of people want to be healthier or go to the gym and kind of look after themselves, which I think is it's a noble cause, and it's a great idea, and people should be encouraging that, and instead of kind of rolling their eyes and saying, "Oh, you're not going to do that." So there's kind of that negativity around it, that people just don't expect you to actually stick to your New Year's resolutions. So I think that's kind of silly. And so while yes, there are things that I would like to get better at, I don't look at them and say these are the things I'm going to work on in 2016 or whatever the next year is. Oh, Hope Solo. Wow. Oh my goodness. I would have been, phew. Alright, well, we survived that. England have a corner. Hopefully, oh, Hope Solo! What? What just happened? How did the ball, what? How? Let's see a what? Megan Rapinoe! It's right there! Oh, wow. What? But, why did it? Kristen Press had an own goal. I highly doubt it. That is the definition of a crap goal. Oh my goodness. Well, let's not do that twice more. Or even once. Let's just not. That was. I'm sorry. Was I talking about New Year's resolutions? I'm a little flabbergasted at what just took place in FIFA 16. What was I talking about? How I don't do New Year's resolutions. Oh yeah. No one expects you to actually do them. Hey, she was offside. Yep. Okay. Yeah, no one expects you to actually do your New Year's resolutions. Which I think is just weird. Um, Also, well, like I said, there are things that I want to get better at. There are things that I want to do differently. There are things I want to do more of in the future. And I don't label them as New Year's resolutions. I've gotten into the habit of just doing them. They're, for instance, this past summer, well, kind of hard to make a New Year's resolution in the summer, but I always wanted to kind of build my own desktop computer, and I had a really good job over the summer where I could afford to do that. And so after I kind of like thought about it for a bit, did some research on parts, talked to my buddy who had put a couple of computers together in his day. I settled on a I settled on a pretty decent computer and got all the parts and built it at at the end of the summer, and that was kind of like it was kind of a reward for working over the summer, um, and getting a really good job that when I applied I honestly didn't expect I'd get, but I ended up getting it. I got a little reward from it, and I mean obviously it's working because I'm playing on the computer now, and I'm absolutely loving it. But that was something that I wanted to do at the beginning of the year. I had no idea I wanted to do that. I mean, I had always wanted to build a computer, but I had no idea that I would have the means to do it. That was just a perfect goal. I really should Kristen Press. I really should be making some substitutions. But so when I want to make changes in my life, I don't really tell anyone unless I need someone's help. And I also don't who do I take out? Take out Sydney LaRue. I don't know what to do. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Make kind of a defensive substitution. That should that should just kind of help see this game through. So, yeah, I'm constantly in a state of wanting to better my life. I always want to do what I can to be a better person and work towards being the best me that I can be. And I think that that's really important, and really that's what New Year's resolutions are all about, is just trying to better yourself, whether it's being healthier, being happier, being nicer, being whatever. But so we don't you don't need New Year's to change. Just because we're changing what year it is and what month it is, like you can do that anytime. You can do that any time of the year. You can decide to do that on a Tuesday in March, for all I care. As long as you're working to be a better you, then that's all that matters, in my opinion. So there's no need to focus on, oh my gosh, it's January, time to be better. Just do that all the time. You can always work to be better. And that's that's kind of what I wanted to do personally. I've wanted to focus on being happier. And I did that kind of like all throughout the year, and I'm really proud of what I did this year. But I didn't want to do that in January. That wasn't something that I thought of doing in January. That was something that I thought of doing in July, maybe even August. But people who know me know that I worked 2 jobs this past semester because I'm still in school. I was working 2 jobs, and I was doing 2 jobs that I absolutely loved, and I would not trade anything for. One job was only for this semester, and I honestly wish that it was still going on this semester, this next spring semester, because I absolutely loved it, and I was so happy with what I was doing. And people thought I was crazy for having 2 jobs, being a full-time student, and doing all trying to have a social life on the side. But I think it worked well, and I loved it. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on now, which is why I'm making these videos, because I really enjoy playing FIFA, and all of my friends know that I spend way too much time on YouTube, so I figure if I could kind of combine the two, get in there. If I could combine the two, then it would probably make me happy. So far, it's going well. As you can see, we just won our 3rd straight match. I might have to bump up the skill level just a tad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there are topics that you guys want me to talk about in future videos, please, by all means, let me know down in the comments, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.